everyone, it's Bree from hobbled.blogspot.com. Today's day 18 of VEDA, and we're talking about books. And I'm going to try to make this really quickly, and I went through my library, which is kind of massive, and picked out the books that meant a lot to me. It might take a little while, so bear with me. History of Love, Nicole Krauss. I've literally bought this book 6 times, and I lend it out to people. If you haven't read it and you come to my house, I will give you this copy and tell you to go read it. I've read it a few times. It's one of those books that I reread passages because I want it to sink into my soul more than just a once over would do. So Nicole Krauss, who's also married to Jonathan Safran Foer, amazing, fantastic, buy it. Zombie Survival Guide, extremely important for zombie apocalypse. Could be the most important book I have in my library. Essential C.S. Lewis. This is really cool because, I don't know if you know about C.S. Lewis. He was more than just the writer of the Narnia series. He was a complete atheist, he was at Oxford, and he went from atheist to believer and Christian, and he wrote it all out. So it's kind of interesting to go rationally through faith, because my faith has always been extremely emotional and not rational, if that makes sense. Ernest Hemingway, A Farewell to Arms, amazing, phenomenal. It's a war story, but told from someone who's like super detached, and it has a really interesting love story in it. And it was recommended to me by one of my guy friends who I really respect as a literary person. So I actually just read it this year and I loved it. So that one. This is called The Many Lives and Secret Sorrows of Josephine B. It's a 3-part series. And I'm a historical fiction nut, mostly told through women's stories. So this tells all about Napoleon and the Napoleonic Wars through the eyes of Josephine Bonaparte. Really interesting story. It's my favorite genre. I'm sorry, historical fiction. Love. We have The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell. I read this in college, and it made me switch majors. I was a journalism major with a literature minor, and I switched to sociology because I wanted to write books. I wanted to write things like this that would resonate with people and make them think about their lives and society differently. And it changed my life, so that has to be in there. This is Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. It doesn't have a cover because I don't believe in covers, so I take them off as soon as I get them home. This is The Giver. It is the copy from my 5th grade classroom. It actually has the seal from my 5th grade teacher. I've read this at least once a year since I was 11, so it's super tattered and worn, but I love it. And it makes me actually want to get this kind of seal that you put on the front cover, because that way when I lend my books out, which I do all the time, there's a lot of books that I don't have because I lent them out, and I like the idea that even if I never get them back, because I never lend them out expecting to get them back, that my seal would be on them and they could kind of like live on and people would remember that they got them from me. Pride and Prejudice. It is a over 100-year-old copy. I got it for my 21st birthday from my boyfriend, ex-boyfriend. Duh. Probably one of the most thoughtful gifts I ever got. I've probably read Pride and Prejudice more than any other book. Such a girl, but love it. These 2 books, they're from my grandfather. He, since I went to college, has sent me books randomly. A lot of them are grammar books. Some of them are money management, whatever. And he always writes inscriptions on them, and these are the 2 of the most recent. So we have Eric Fromm, The Art of Loving, and then Women Who Love Books Too Much. And he always writes inscriptions in them, and I know that there's going to be a point in my life when having these words are going to mean more than anything in the entire world. I have to go pack. My best friend is getting married this weekend, and I haven't packed a thing, so see you guys tomorrow. Bye.